Hello everybody, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator from Hamilton, Ohio with Stampin' Up. I'm here for my Simply Saturday card, which we are now doing lucky number 13. So this is our card we're going to be doing. It is relatively simple. I'm probably doing one that has a little bit more to it than what I usually do, but that's okay because, you know, we will get it done. And it'll be easy for you to do, and you'll be able to see that. I am going to use one of the new online exclusives that will be out January 7th, which is also when our new catalog will be out. So, and that is Celebration. So with every $60 you spend, you will get to pick out something free out of the Celebration catalogs. Or catalog, not catalogs. Excuse me, I feel like I got a frog in my throat. But anyway, that's coming on January 7th. There'll be new online exclusives. There will be new mini catalog. There will be a new Celebration catalog and all of that. So if you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator through all of this because there's going to be a lot of good stuff and a very good time to order, even if you just need your basic stuff, because you get to earn free product if you spend $60 or more, which is not hard to do with Stampin' Up. So outside of that, I hope everybody had a nice holiday and maybe a little rested up from that. I know I'm pretty rested up from it. I had a good time. Ours was kind of low key. We don't have a big family. We just have our 2 kids and our 6 grandkids and our 2 in-law kids. And then I have my brothers and stuff. But we, you know, we're growing. We're our little family. I think our family's done growing until we get great-grandbabies. And I'm ready to wait on that. I don't need that right now. And neither do my grandkids that are old enough to be able to have grandbabies. So anyway, we had a nice Christmas. It was great. And we had a good time. And everybody was happy. And that's what's good. Now, New Year's is coming. We don't do anything for New Year's Eve. We stay home. I don't trust traffic, so I don't get out in it on New Year's Eve. And my husband goes to bed by 10 o'clock because he turns into a pumpkin if he stays up past 10. And but Christmas or New Year's Day, I cook a big dinner for my family, and I always have them over. But my daughter is going to, her and her husband and their kids are going to Gatlinburg for New Year's. So I'll just have my son, his wife, and his kids over for that day. And we'll still have our nice dinner, our traditional dinner and stuff like that. But which will be nice because I love fixing the dinner and I love cooking for my kids. But anyway, let's get back to Stampin' Up. Nothing really new to tell you except for, you know, the online exclusive, and that's coming. And the catalog going to go live January 7th. It's the first Tuesday of January. So it'll be January 7th that it will go live. So be ready for that. If you need a catalog, let me know. I will be able to get one out to you as quick as I can, but you will be able to see it online if you don't have one when January 7th gets here. Okay, I'm going to turn my card down. I am going to use the set that's going to be out on January 7th in the online exclusives. It's called Detailed Succulents, and I love succulents. In fact, my daughter's sister-in-law gave me 3 of them at Thanksgiving time, and I got them potted, and they're on my kitchen counter and stuff, and I just love them. So I got the succulent set and made a quick and easy card for you. So let's turn the camera down. You'll see the card, and we'll be able to make it. Now, I do want you to know this has been a pre-recorded video, so it's not live or anything, but if you have any comments, questions, or anything, please put them in the comments section of whatever platform you're watching, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, because this will go out on my Facebook group, my Facebook page, and YouTube. So anywhere you're at and you have questions, just let me know and I'll answer them as soon as I can. So let me turn the camera down. And while I do that, if you guys don't care, give me a thumbs up. Join my group if you have not joined my group. Follow my business page if you don't follow my business page. And join my YouTube page. Any of that works. So let's go backwards and down. Okay, now before I start, I will refresh my monitor screen so that I'm up on it and make sure that I got this in line. And I do. I see my card. I'm going to bring my camera down because we're not going to do anything fancy that I'm going to need it up. So let's just bring that down some. How's that? That look a little better? Okay, on this card I used the Country Woods paper, strips of cardstock, and the Detailed Succulent stamps, which is right here. And they do not have dies with them, so you have to fussy cut them out, except for Christmas I got a Brother Scan and Cut, so I'm going to learn to cut out images when I need them on it. But anyway, I'm going to freehand cut them tonight, but here's the images, and let me just show you how I've got them here, the 3 different images in Pool Party. So we have, this one is here, this one is here, and this one is here. So you can see how they're stamped, and then I have the small ones, and I did them in petal pink. And I have, this one is these 2, and then this one is here. So that is the stamped images. So that's pretty cool. They do stamp nicely. So here's the 2 that's left out of the petal pink that I did not use. And they are photopolymer, so, which I have these on the blocks and stuff to stamp them. I want to show you how easy they are to stamp. And I'll do that before we get started on the card. And I think I will stamp them in, it really doesn't matter what I stamp them in, does it? Let's do Lost Lagoon is right, or Pool Party. It wasn't Lost Lagoon, it was Pool Party that I used. So let's do that. I'm going to put that back up. I'm going to move the camera a little ways up because I need a wider space or I'll lose you. So let's go with, doesn't really matter which one I put on there. This is the one I put on there. We'll stamp it though in the Pool Party. And I'm just inking it up. It is a distinctive stamp, so it's not going to all ink up because it'll have some white in it. And then I'm just going to lay that down. And I'm going to press, because it is photopolymer, and pick it up, and there's our stamped image. They are really easy to use. And let me do the dark one for you. I just want to show you something on the dark one. When you stamp that, don't push that in. You can see that color turn on your stamp. So you just want to hold it down. Fill that section. And then I'm just going to lightly ink it. Bring it over here. And the reason why you want to hold that down, or lightly stamp it, see all those little bitty white lines in there? If you squish that into your pad, you're going to eliminate white lines. And let me see if one of mine did it before, because I'm notorious on doing stuff like that. In fact, on this one, you can see on the little one, I think I probably pressed a little bit harder. Let's see. Let's get the little one out and see what he looks like. And I'm just holding that down there and inking it. I'm just going to pat it a minute. Then bring it down. And there we go. I got better detail than that one. It looks about like that one, so got good detail with it. But you want to be careful with the more solid one, okay? While I have this here, I'm going to drop a piece of card stuff. I don't know if yep. I'm going to use the corner of this one, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp my greeting since we have everything stamped. So let's take our greeting, and I'm using Early Espresso because that's the color in the paper, and I'm using this Happiest Birthday that's in there. Just making up some birthday cards, which reminds me I need to get a birthday card in the mail. And I'm just going to add this to one end. And then I'll be cutting that out in a few minutes. Okay. So let's put this card together. It's really pretty fast. It's not a hard card, but I just wanted to show you these stamps. I like the succulents. They're popular, and I like them, so I wanted to show them to you, and I wanted to show you how they stamp, because some people like to stay away from these distinctive stamps, or the harder stamps, if you want to call them that. Okay, so now let's move all this out of the way a minute. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our card and we are going to fold it first. It is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then folded. And then we put a nice crease in it to hold our card down. I have a piece of the Country Woods paper, and it's 2.5 by 5 1/4, and this is 5 1/4 by 4, and that's what we're going to use as our base to put this on. So this will go right here. So let's go ahead and put that down. This has been open for a while, so let's see. If you guys are wondering about my thumb, I was making cheese balls and I about cut the end of my finger, the skin off of my thumb, because I was using a really sharp knife. And it's a lot better, but I put this on so I don't catch where that's up a little bit. So when I'm doing stuff, I put it on to... We got used to doing finger cuts when I worked in the cafeterias at the school, because if we had an accident, we'd put a Band-Aid on and then put that on to hold the Band-Aid, because you had to be really careful at school about stuff like that and be sanitary and all that stuff. So I'm just going to push this up to the edge of the paper. And the nice thing to do is just kind of make sure it's on all edges. Then I'm going to take, these are 1/4 inch strips. They're 1/4 inch by 5 1/4, and this is Misty Moonlight, which is the color in the paper. And you could use any color. You can do this with any paper. I did see this idea on, Pinterest probably. But it was a kit from, I don't know, some company. And they didn't do this card, of course, because it's Stampin' Up. But they had a card, and they actually did this idea with the strips. And it kind of looks like when we made the fence cards and stuff. So this is the same 1/4 inch by 5 1/4. If I can hold on to it, we will put some glue on it. And then I'm going to glue this one down towards the bottom. And I'm just eyeballing, guys. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just eyeballing it and gluing my little strips down. So this is kind of like a scrappy strip card, but with a little other detail, I guess. So I'm going to add this one in here. Just put it up there. And line them up to one side. And then that way, if we have to trim the other side, we can. And then we're going to take the last one, because I did 3. And I'm going to put that in between those 2. And just kind of hold down on them and press so that you have all that on there. And see, I have a little bit, when I turn that over, there is a little edge there. But that's such a little edge, it's hard to cut with scissors. So I'm going to put that on my paper trimmer really quick and just trim off that itty bitty edge. And then we have a nice straight edge right here that we can work with, okay? So what I'm going to do with this is going to get just glued down here. Nothing fancy with this. We're just going to glue it. So let's do that. And when I was cutting this paper, just because the way I was using scrap that I had, and that's how I come up with the size I used on my card, really. And I have this little, it's about a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. I'm going to turn this around because then that matches that. And I'm going to take it and I'm just going to center that right there and glue it into the inside of my card. Okay? And then what we are going to do, we are going to cut out our flowers, and I'll show you how easy that is. A lot of people I know don't like to fussy cut. I guess that's why it's called fussy cut, because people fuss about it. I don't mind it. Sometimes it can be very time consuming. I got a little bit of glue right there on my card. Like always, I'm always getting glue somewhere. But you know, I swear by a glue eraser. So there we have that on the inside, and then there is our outside. Pretty nice, huh? So let's go ahead and just make that fold stay. So now let's cut out some flowers. I think I'm going to reverse what I did there, and I'm going to use the green one, the pool party. I'm going to use my paper snips, and I'm going to just cut this off here so that I have just a piece. So those can go up there. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use this happy birthday. So here we go. So what I do is I just come in and I cut close. I try not to cut on the line. I try to leave a little bit of white. Now, does it mean I always do? No, but in the end of things, it looks okay. But when I turn, I'm turning my paper. I'm not turning my scissors. I'm letting them, but I didn't. See how you just turn your paper? Always takes me longer when I do it on camera. I think because I get nervous that I'm going to do it wrong. Because Lord knows that sometimes my stuff just does not look like it should. Doesn't look like somebody's been stamping for 30 years, that's for sure. So how long has everybody been stamping that's watching this? That's a good question to ask. Have you been stamping a long time, or are you new to it? I love to help the new ones. I like to help the ones that's seasoned too. I always just think we all can help each other with this. It's a craft. It's from our creativity, and we all have different levels of creativity. Even if you've been stamping a long time, you could have a whole different level of creativity than I have, and I can have a whole different one than a lot of people out there that's been stamping as long as I have. But I pulled my scissors out of there, then I couldn't get them back in there. Okay, there's that one. So that's going to go on there. Now let's do this one. He shouldn't take as long, should he? So my fairly simple card, I guess you want to say, became a little bit more difficult with this. But it's such a good thing to show, you know, that you can do. You don't have to have a die, but it does take a little bit of extra time. You know, so if you see a stamp set and you think, oh, I like that and I'd like to cut it out, cut it out. Just give it. Now, there are some things I don't like to cut out. If it's real intricate, sometimes I'm like, nah, I don't want to cut that out. I'll just stamp it. Use it as a stamped image on my card. But like these, I don't mind cutting these out at all. That extra paper out of my way. And you just follow your stamp. And you don't have to, I mean, you could just really go around it. You could actually, if you wanted to, just use a circle punch and cut it into with a circle punch and leave it that image. There's a lot. Okay, we have those done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this birthday. Yeah, we are. This always makes me nervous. So I'm bringing in these scissors because they're longer. I'm going to cut that like that, and then I'm going to cut most of that off. That's what I wanted of that. I'm actually going to cut a little bit of that off. Okay. Oh. There we go. Now I'm going back to little scissors. That's why you have to have a lot of scissors, you know, because you just go from one thing to the next. You never have too many scissors. Never, ever. So there we have the birthday cut. We have everything ready to mount on the card. So nothing fancy with this. I just took and added some glue. And then what I did was I just lined this up with the edge of the printed paper, like so, and glued that down like a little flag. And then I took and did some I thought I could cut it. So I'm going to put this across the center right here, and then I'm going to add just a couple dots. Here, there, and everywhere. There we go. So let's put this one on. And do use all of your dimensionals, every little piece of it. And make sure I got that one off. And then I'm going to add this to my card. And then what I'm going to do, see which way I want to add this. I think like that. So I'm going to put a dot right over here on this side. Right there. Then I'm going to add some glue on the other side. And what I'm going to do is, we're going to pop this one up too, but since that one's popped up, we just need to pop it up on this side over here. And there we have the two cards. Now we're going to take, haven't been using these a lot, but I got out the brass birds and butterflies. This one has the, or not birds and butterflies, birds and dragonflies. I'm going to use the birds on this one since I have a lot of birds. Have a lot of birds. So I'm going to take and put some little birds down here. And I'm going to take and put some bigger birds up here. Whoa. Lost him. There he goes. So I got 5 birds on there. Well, this bird wants to fly like dive bombing or something. I don't want him to do that. There we go. So these birds are flying away and those birds are flying the opposite way. Because that's how they're made. So there we go. There we have birds on that one, and we have the dragonflies on that. And so there's the embellishments for that. And it's the adhesive back dragonflies and birds that I used. They just add good accent. For one thing, they're flat, so you don't have to worry about when you mail them. So isn't that pretty? And I got glue right there on my thing. My card keeps sticking to it, so I wonder if a glue eraser will take that off of the glass. And that just makes a spot, but it took the glue off. Okay, there's my 2 cards. Here's my host code if you would decide to order from me in December. That host code will change probably on my Tuesday video, since that's New Year's Eve. I am going to have a host code for January then. But this one is still good, so it can be used. And there's my 2 cards. Just changed out the flower from the big one to the little one. So let's see. Let's bring it in and let you see those a little closer. There you go. So what do you think? Do you like that kind of technique? This with the, I think this looks really neat. Looks neat with the wood, but you could use anything with it. I'm going to try it with some other paper, I think. But just do it on like a piece of, like I did 5 1/4 by 4, the white. And then don't stick it on here on your card. For one thing, this way you have the white border and you have everything even. So that's my card. Now it looks kind of, you could do it masculine and maybe put something different here. Or you could just do this part and put a bigger saying right there and make it more masculine. That would be nice too. So any way you want to do it, that would be great. So anyway, I will have a PDF with the sizes of what to cut everything. It will be on my Facebook group in the morning, and that is Stamp Crazy VIP. Please go and join it if you haven't joined it, and you can pick up the PDFs there for any of the cards I've done in the last 4 years. And let's see here. What else I want to tell you? And go join my business page, or follow it. It's not really joining it, you just follow it. I would like to get more followers on that. You guys know that I'm trying to work hard this year with Stampin' Up, and the only way I'm going to do that is get everything built up and then work on getting more customers and team members. We will have a good joining bonus starting in January. I will be telling you about. In fact, I'll have a thing on that on Tuesday probably, where you can join and you can get up to $216 worth of stuff free for $99. So that's I think it's $216. It's right around there, but it's a very good deal. So I will be going over that and telling you all about that. And in the meantime, I am going to go. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give the thumbs up or the hearts, whatever, on whatever platform you're watching. I would really appreciate it. Have a blessed day. Be creative and make some cards, and don't forget to send them out. Make someone else's day. And I will see you soon, if nothing else, next Saturday. But remember that on Tuesdays, I will be on Facebook Live at 10 o'clock on my Facebook business page, which will be shared to my Facebook group, and then later on I will do the video for YouTube. Everyone have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.